What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Professor MIMS, aka Professor Make It Make Sense. And I'm bringing you some exciting news today that MJ, Michael Jordan, the legend, the GOAT, is coming back to the NBA, but not quite the way you think. So before we continue to get into this, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Every view and subscription means so much to me, and I can keep bringing you this amazing content. Now, let's jump right in. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is making a significant return to the NBA landscape, but not as a player or a team executive, but now as a special contributor for NBC Sports NBA coverage, starting with the 2025-26 season. This marks Jordan's first official role in NBA broadcasting that aligns with NBC's renewed partnership with the league after more than a couple decades. The announcement was made during NBC's Universal's Upfront presentation at the Radio City Music Hall in New York City. Michael Jordan had expressed enthusiasm about rejoining the network that broadcasted so many of his iconic games, stating, quote, "I'm so excited to see the NBA back on NBC. The NBA on NBC was a meaningful part of my career, and I'm excited about being a special contributor to the project," end quote. So NBC's new NBA broadcasting team will feature play-by-play announcers Mike Tirico and Noah Eagle, analysts Jamal Crawford and Reggie Miller, and studio analyst Carmelo Anthony. Now, Jordan's role is as a special contributor, and he's expected to include appearances in studio segments, interviews, special features, but they still haven't disclosed the full details of what they will be requiring and expecting from him. And this development coincides with NBC's 11-year media rights deal with the NBA, which also includes streaming games on Peacock. Jordan's involvement is anticipated to boost the viewership and bring nostalgia back to the broadcast, adding value, especially with the revival of the iconic, quote, round ball rock, end quote, theme song. So Jordan's return to the NBA in this capacity underscores his enduring influence on the sport and offers fans a new way to connect with the basketball legend. So what does this mean for the NBA? So this is my opinion on it, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a disclaimer. If you're a diehard LeBron fan, this might trigger you, what I'm about to say, but I'm going to put things in context. But before I continue, I'll just start off with this. LeBron is definitely one of the greatest of all time, hands down. He has an illustrious career. He deserves to be up there with the best of the best. Now, having said that, LeBron James said out of his own mouth, "I became the greatest of all time when I beat the 73-9 Warriors back in 2016. So for all the people who want to defend LeBron, just understand one thing. The reason why people keep making the comparison between MJ and LeBron is because LeBron was the one that openly said that he was the GOAT. When Michael Jordan was asked the same question, he said, "I don't think it's fair to call any of us the GOAT because we all played in different eras under different rules." He said, "But we can always have the conversation about who's the greatest team of all time," which of course he brought up one of his Bulls teams that went 72-10. So back to the task at hand. So why is that relevant to Michael Jordan's comeback? So if you haven't been paying attention to the NBA, the viewership has been dipping so badly. Like, this has been one of the lowest rated eras of NBA history. And honestly, I believe that LeBron played a big role in that because a lot of people are just tired of his antics. Between him flopping all over the place when he's playing, between every time his team that he's with wins, he gets all the credit. Every time his team loses, it's everybody else's fault and he needs help. So with all of that combined, it's just left a lot of like a bad taste in fans' mouth when it comes to NBA. So LeBron is on the tail end of his career now. So that brings Jordan into the equation. Now, Jordan coming back not only signals the end of the LeBron era coming soon, but it also is going to give Michael Jordan a chance to let everybody know that's in the younger generation that you need to have respect for those who came before you. They paved the way. And Michael Jordan is the best person to do that with, because he can actually say he's the greatest of all time and back it up with everything he's done in his career. But there's still that level of humility, even with his greatness, that he knows he's never going to say that, because he has too much respect for all the other legends who came before him. And even the current NBA players, he has respect for them as well. But he still makes a point to say, hey, listen, you guys have more of an entitlement thing going on with you, between load managing and not playing games to getting these multi-million-dollar contracts without ever really playing. And in some cases, you got players coming into the league that haven't played one snap, but based off of potential, they're getting all this money and endorsements and everything. Where in Jordan's era, it wasn't like that. Like, those guys actually had to prove their worth before they gave everything. So going back to Michael Jordan being a special contributor, I think this is an amazing move for the NBA. Probably one of the things that Adam Silver has done that I actually think is very brilliant, because if this doesn't boost the NBA viewership back and get everybody back on board with bringing that old school gritty era of NBA, I don't know what will at this point. But I really like that MJ has taken it upon himself to say he doesn't want to just stay behind the scenes. He wants to actually get back involved with the league. And for my generation and those pretty much older than me, because I'm a millennial, I would say that this is a breath of fresh air. And I think that ultimately Jordan's going to bring back some of what was missing from the NBA in terms of the grit, and also just the basketball IQ and the championship mindset and what it takes to be a winner, and stop rewarding just statistics and all these other things that don't mean anything, when the whole point of the game is to win as a team, not for individual accolades or how much money a player makes, or, you know, all these other things that don't have anything to do with championship basketball. So who better to bring but MJ back to the fold? But do me a favor, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Is bringing MJ back a great thing? Do you feel like it steps on LeBron's toes? I want to know your opinion. Please let me know. But as always, I want you guys to stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.